Meet Jake and Sarah. They did everything right. Jake earns $78,000 a year, and Sarah earns another $32,000 working part-time. Together, they bring in $110,000 annually and believe they're finally ready to buy a home. For 4 years, they lived below their means. They skipped vacations, cooked at home, drove the same car, and carefully saved $45,000 for a future down payment. Then, one evening in May 2026, Jake opens Zillow. Within minutes, he realizes the housing market they spent years preparing for is no longer the market that exists today. The homes they can afford need major repairs. The homes they actually want cost far more than they can qualify for. Even a modest mortgage would consume over half of their monthly take-home pay. Jake closes the laptop. Sarah doesn't say much. Both already understand what the numbers are telling them. The dream they planned for suddenly feels much further away. Today, we're going to do something most people never do. Instead of focusing on emotions, we're going to look at the real math behind buying a home. The median home price in America is now around $405,000. Just a few years ago, the median price was much lower, showing how quickly housing costs have increased. To comfortably afford that home, a household now needs roughly $120,000 in annual income. The median household earns far less, creating a growing affordability gap. The result is simple. The average American household can no longer comfortably afford the average American home. Studies show that many middle-class families are being priced out of the communities where they live and work. This is no longer just a problem for low-income households. Eventually, Jake and Sarah find a house listed at $380,000. Compared to everything else they've seen, it seems like one of their few realistic options. To buy it, they put down 10% or $38,000. In a single transaction, most of the savings they spent years building disappears. After adding principal, interest, taxes, insurance, and PMI, their monthly housing payment reaches nearly $3,000. That payment alone consumes about 44% of their take-home income before groceries, transportation, utilities, or any other expenses. The first mortgage payment reveals another reality. Most of the money goes toward interest, while only a small amount actually reduces the loan balance. By the time the loan is fully repaid, they will have paid nearly twice what they originally borrowed. In practical terms, they're paying for almost two homes. The mortgage payment is only the beginning. The real challenge comes from the hidden costs that continue as long as you own the property. Homeowners insurance costs have increased dramatically in recent years and continue rising in many parts of the country. In some states, insurance providers have reduced coverage options, making protection both harder to find and more expensive. Maintenance is another unavoidable cost. Roofs leak, appliances break, and repairs rarely happen at convenient times. Many homeowners say maintenance expenses are one of the biggest surprises and frustrations of homeownership. Property taxes can also increase after purchase, creating another expense many buyers underestimate. After taxes, insurance, maintenance, and every other expense are included, the true monthly cost becomes much higher than the advertised mortgage payment. For Jake and Sarah, the real monthly cost approaches nearly $3,600. That's more than half of their take-home income going toward housing alone. So why is housing becoming so difficult to afford? The answer goes beyond simple supply and demand. Millions of homeowners locked in low mortgage rates years ago. Selling today would mean replacing those loans with much higher rates, so many choose to stay put. Large investment firms have also purchased thousands of starter homes, reducing supply for first-time buyers and increasing competition. At the same time, zoning restrictions in many areas continue limiting new housing construction, keeping supply tight. But what if Jake and Sarah decided not to buy right now? What if they chose a different path? Instead of spending their savings on a down payment, they could invest that money and continue investing the monthly difference. With time, consistent investing in reasonable returns, that money could grow into a significant amount of wealth. This challenges one of the most common financial beliefs that renting is always throwing money away and buying is always the smarter move. In reality, there are many situations where owning costs substantially more than renting, especially in the early years. The goal isn't to rent forever. The goal is to buy only when the financial math supports the decision. A smart home purchase requires affordable payments, a healthy emergency fund, sufficient savings, and a long-term plan. Some cities still offer attractive buying opportunities. Others remain so expensive that renting and investing may be the better option. In the end, Jake and Sarah decide not to buy the house. Instead, they keep their savings invested and continue building wealth. The housing trap doesn't catch people because they're irresponsible. It catches them because they've been told that buying is always the right financial move. Sometimes the smartest decision is to wait, understand the numbers, and protect your financial future until the opportunity truly makes sense. If this helped you better understand today's housing market, hit the like button, subscribe, and share your city in the comments below.